Okay, I apologize for the delay in these reports. I used to have a system which was watch SmackDown and then go off emotion, and later that night do a breakdown. And then what would happen is 1 or 2 days after, I get a whole other idea or something additional and I add that on. And, sometimes I'd be able to get them up on Sunday. Sometimes I'd get up on Monday and then it just stretch and stretch and stretch. Plus working on some other things for this channel as well, for anyone that's interested. So I apologize again for the delay. Right now, speaking to you on a Friday where the next SmackDown is taking place, supposedly in the Performance Center, because we know why. But anyway, yeah, this story is fucking stupid. Right now, I'm sorry. I'm just annoyed because and I know why. I'm gonna do a whole other thing on that. Like I told you, it's taking me. I'm working on a whole bunch of other little things that I'm gonna drop for this channel relating to bull chips that we're seeing. But let me get focused. So, where I last left off, Mandy is waiting for her car. Dolph shows up, says, "You can go with me." They take off. A hiding Otis comes out. And we're going to come back to that, right? Then the following week, we watch Ziggler have a match. And we see Mandy and Sonya. And Sonya goes, "Oh, your man's doing really well." And, of course, Abbott and Costello mimic what was just said, right? And I'm like, so, like, now they're just going out. I mean, you would have been better off, because this just doesn't make any sense. You would have been better off the following week just showing a pregnant Mandy, and then just having Sonya go, "Oh yeah, your man, he's really doing good in the ring. This baby's gonna be so smart, just like the both of you," because that's just like the same aha moment that I'm like, okay, wait, so she hops in the car with him, goes off, and now all of a sudden they're dating. Like, where the hell is the scene? And on top of it, Sonya's the one that's delivering the exposition. I mean, look, even if she's the one that's doing it, like it looks fucking dumb because so now they're supposed to be dating, right? Based off what Sonya's saying, right? And we don't see Mandy say anything, so it makes it not believable because what you're supposed to see is Mandy maybe telling Sonya, "Oh my God, I took this ride with Dolph, and like I thought, maybe the Valentine's thing was like a fluke, maybe, and he was a little bit funny, but no, he's really really funny. We hung out, and yeah, like let's go back to like Trish and Lita when Trish Lita with Chris Jericho, when she starts revealing her, it's like this shit is all over the place. And I'm annoyed. And I'm more annoyed because it's insulting. And I'm more insulted because now I fucking figured it out. So they leave it at that, and that's all we see for that storyline, right? For that week. Which is now today's what, Friday the 13th. We're fucking 4 months in, as I've already mentioned. Still no female in-ring action. We still don't know who's doing this. I don't know if they're trying to bury these women. I don't know. I just don't know anymore, and I'm fucking bored. And this is fucking stupid. So, I mean, like I said, the only way that this could work for me is if it's Nikki Cross at this point, because that would be a great build-up. As I was thinking last week, if it's Sonya and Sonya ends up fighting with Mandy, for some weird reason, the first thing I thought about, The Rock, Billy Gunn, and how that was supposed to be a great match, in my opinion. Billy Gunn was finally going to get his chance to fucking get over and elevate, even if he lost. That's when The Rock cut that promo, destroyed Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn came out the following week, and his promo was trash. Trash, Trash, trash. It did not sell that pay-per-view match at all. It was trash. Then I do believe The Rock lost and then got humiliated. I think that's what happened. It was trash. And for some reason I just kept saying, like, God, like, why do I have this feeling that if they have a match at a pay-per-view, it's gonna not be good. And that was the first match that came to mind. So it's like I'm hoping that it's not her. To soothe me, it can only be Nikki. It can't be the mysterious with the shit with Ali and everything. That sucks. Who? What? So now Ali's gonna be what? With Sonya? Ali's gonna be with Mandy, and they're gonna do this, be this temporary team. I mean, the only other way I could see this going, now I'm thinking about it, is if they slide in Scarlett Bordeaux, because there was some IG friction, IG verbiage, image verbiage between the two a few months back. So I mean, like, that would be a surprise. I mean, look, at the end of the day, what I'm realistically saying is right now, her and Sonya fighting one another right now just doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. So now Otis approaches Mandy and apologizes, shows her the text, or tries to show the text. Mandy says, forget about it. A woman doesn't like to be, it's over. A woman doesn't like to be stood up. Walks off. But 2 weeks prior, you just told Tucker you didn't mean to embarrass Otis. Dolph just showed up. That makes no sense. Or it's very contradictory, which we do know women can be that way. And people in general, but I'm male, speaking from male perspective. Okay? Creatively, we know that there's this mysterious text. Where's the scene where Mandy goes to, like, Titus? Because you haven't seen him on TV, right? Hey, Titus, you still know that tech guy? Yeah. Well, supposedly my phone is acting up. There's someone saying that they received some text from me. Do you think that they can check my phone for me? Yeah, no problem. That took me, less than 30 seconds? Crowd reaction. Ooh. She's going to investigate it and then we're going to find out. But they're not doing that. I wonder why. And then to watch the watch along and to have Mandy, who seems as if creatively she has no idea what they're going to have for her, like, this coming week. When they're questioning her, she's like, well, look, I'm sorry if I have two guys fighting over me. She could have easily said, well, look, it's too late for Otis. Boom, 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 boom. If she was in the loop, at least from what it looks like to me, because while you're on the watch alongs, you're in character, you still play along. Look, I said some things to him, and at this point, it's just like, it's just done. We had our moment in the sun. It was supposed to be, and it just never panned out. So I just told him, like, this is done. And then she could have expounded even a little bit more with Dolph. That time he took me in the car, whoop-de, boom. Then they could have even taken that segment and then put it into the show. This week, when we went to the watch-along, boom. And then on top of that, that would get people to watch the watch-alongs. That's how I know they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Or they do. Now, as I said, we were going to go back to Otis hiding, right? When you saw Mandy waiting for her car, Dolph came. Why not have Otis come to her then about the text? And since you're already playing him as this goofy guy, when he goes to take the phone out, he drops it and then kicks it, right? Kicks it. It slides away. So, like, if it kicked off screen, you would see him walk off screen. Dolph comes, talks to her, and they bounce. By the time he comes back, they're gone. Or what they could have done, or why not do this? Otis goes to approach Mandy, goes to take out the phone to show the text, and that's when their match should have been. Sonya comes out, or you just hear fire and desire. Look, Otis, I gotta go. Bounces out, and that never happens. Because it's just like, okay, is she heel? Is she face? Sonya, is she heel? Is she face? Dolph, I'm keeping it a rip. Like, is he heel? Is he face when it comes to this storyline? Because, like I said, outside of stepping on the cake, what's he done? Unless there's a reveal that he all of a sudden was able to access Mandy's phone and he sent the text and he knew that's the only thing that I could say that, all right, now it's been finally revealed 12 weeks later that it's, no, fucking 16 weeks later, sorry, right? 16, anyway, later, mucho later, it was Dolph all this time and he was doing da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm looking at him. I know, I bring it up to say, like, he's a heel for his affiliation with Corbin, but I'm separating that because what's fair is fair. When you're looking at this storyline, it's like, yo, dude didn't do anything. He saw her looking at his phone. He took his shot. I got a car. Come on, let's go. Boom. Now, it's different if he's like, what are you doing? Waiting for Otis? Ha, ha, ha. Let's go. But he didn't do that. Like, I got a car. Let's go. Shows up at the restaurant. Don't know. Now, let's go the other way. Let's say he's in cahoots with Sonya. Let's go down that avenue. According to Michael Cole and him narrating and, manipulating the storyline, it's Sonya who invited him out, right? To join him outside the ring. For some reason, I was thinking, I said, well, if this is going to be a continual thing, then there's probably going to be a point where he's going to pull somebody's leg and it's going to be Sonya's and they're going to lose the match. It could be Mandy's. It could be either or. It works. But if they were going to go that angle, it would be better if it's Sonya's, just based off the fact that she's bringing these people out in hopes of winning. If you go back to, hey, can Otis come out, and she still loses? Then she manipulates and then has Dolph come out, and Dolph is the one that tries to cheat for him, pulls her leg, she trips and falls, takes the L, taps out, however it goes down. And then from there, if we're going to do it's Sonya, she takes the L, they get into it, her and Mandy's upset. I mean, this is all cockamamie right now because I'm just so out of steam with this. And then she can cut the promo. Sonya can cut the promo. Look, I tried to help you, and we keep losing, and you keep hanging around. However they're gonna do it. That to me is like the only thing in my mind that would kind of make sense. And they got to a point now where it started off with Mandy and Sonya and putting in Otis, and now it's just like it's really the focus of Otis and Dolph. And it's like, okay, so now we're 4 months in and you're still harboring feelings over him stepping on this cake. Because when you look at this story, he can't be harboring feelings over Dolph with Mandy because we haven't seen Dolph Ziggler do anything heelish, which is what I've been saying the past few weeks. You haven't seen him do anything heelish toward Otis outside of stepping on that fucking cake. So to hear like, oh, all these other pundits and the big thing is going to be Otis and then when you seeing them beating on him last week and then the chamber, the same shit. It's like, okay, there's like a lot of non-communicative yet physical verbiage that's being discussed physically in the ring, and there's no outer ring discussion. You don't hear Dolph mentioning him for Jack. You don't hear Otis saying, oh, I know it's Dolph. But there's animosity toward them. That's like that. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do tonight. I don't know. You know. But what I can't say is this, is that sometimes I read deep into things. And, you can call me kooky, whatever. But I know one thing, sometimes more times than none, I end up right. There was something that Sonya said when Tucker approached them. It took me a while and I kept looking at that clip in it. And it could be something that the talent may not even know. It could be something that they creatively put in and say, you're going to say that. And she's okay, cool. And without even thinking about it. It happens all the time in movies that we watch. When Sonya told Mandy, hey, maybe you dodged a bullet. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I wonder if, that is some weirdo creative code saying that creatively we dodged a bullet with the Sonya and Mandy, putting our energy into them. Or did we, I don't know, it just seemed weird. Just to me, it's just how my ears catch things. Hey, we dodged a bullet with this storyline, or hey, we dodged a bullet investing time in them, or we dodged a bullet with Otis and Mandy popping off, so now we're going to go into another direction. That's just kind of because, like I said, they've been dragging this out. And then when you think it's supposed to be about Sonya and Mandy, now all of a sudden the focus is on Dolph and Otis. A little bit more. It seems a little bit more. So, that's me in my own head looking subliminally and take it for what it's worth, but it's just really odd. It feels like those two women are getting buried, and there's much more that goes into it. I'll put like this, with Zack Ryder and Wilder, or not Wilder, Hawkins, sorry. What those guys are doing. And the word, and I don't like to speculate in rumors of how it irked the powers that be because he built something outside of the company. And if you're wise, you can read between the lines. So I'm going to leave it at that. It is what it is. It's getting to, like I've already stated, I do not watch Raw anymore. So it's getting to that point where I'm just about out. Because Ring of Honor is really, really fucking good right now. So it is what it is. There's so many federations. So many backlogs of old stuff to watch. And it's sad. But once again, I know why it's sad.